How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video. Not a review of movies or toys, but we are doing a overview on Funko Pops because I asked the community and y'all said you wanted to see this video. And this isn't a positive overview. This is my opinion on why Funko Pops are bad, why I don't invest my time in them, and why I just don't think they're worth the money. They're cheap, but even the couple dollars that you're spending on them, it's not worth it because you're not getting value there. You're not getting a representation that is accurate or at all close. Like, if you like them, that's fine. Keep buying them. I'm not going to say stop buying them. This is just my opinion. People wanted me to say my 2 cents. So I'm going to give it to y'all. I have a couple of Funko Pops. I will be using them in this video. I only have 3. And the only reason I have them is because they're from a comic book that I really enjoy called Saga, and I highly, highly doubt we will ever get any other figures of these characters unless they make a movie or a show out of it, which they should. Brian K. Vaughan is a great author, so Saga's really good, but that's why I have these Funkos. So we're going to talk about why Funko Pops suck.
$30 million worth of those big-headed, soulless-looking figures to the landfill due to stock remaining unsold, taking up space in its warehouse. Now, the company's best option apparently was to throw it all out.
As you can see, we have my 3 and the only 3 Funko Pops that I have in front of me. Like I said, they're from Saga. I should have gotten the rest of them, but I found these guys at Hot Topic for like $5 a piece like 3 or 4 years ago, which is saying a lot because this was before the massive recession. These things just, they don't sell. Like, they'll sit there, so they get cut down in price and cut down in price. And you want to know why? It's because there's no value in them. Just look at those lifeless little beady eyes. Like, I love Saga. I like having some figures of stuff that I like, but it's just like, of all the stuff we could have gotten for Saga, we got some Funko Pops. And I do have a script to talk about. I wrote down all the things that I have, the problems that I have with them. We've already covered a couple, but we'll go more in depth into that. I'm going to try to put some pictures of the actual characters up on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Right here we have Marco from Saga. He's got an oversized noggin. He's got black, beady, little lifeless eyes, and there is no detail in that face. Characters that they're part of their like image is their mouth or their nose or their like eyes. You don't get that in Funko. You just get the same generic look for dead-eyed stare on every single figure, except for something like Lion Cat, which kind of lends itself a little bit to the Funko Pop design. But that being said, they're just not fun. What are you supposed to do with these? They just sit there. You can't take photography. You can't pose them up. I'm sure you could just, like, I used to have at least 10 or 11 of them, and I just got rid of them all. I traded them all in and got things that I actually wanted, because my reasoning for buying Funko Pops in the past was, hey, I can get a representation, not a very good one, of something that I like for cheap without putting a lot of money in. But that leads to you feeling like you wasted your money because that thing just sits there and collects dust. You can't pose it. You can't move it around. It just freaking sits there. And you know, I like toy photography. I like taking pictures. Check out my Instagram, Rowdy Riles Toys, for all my photography. You know, I put stuff at the end of the videos, but there's more on there. But you can't really photograph these. I didn't take them out of the box because, like I said, they're Saga figures. They're not for playing with. But yeah, that's really my first gripe, is the proportions, the representation, and they're overpriced. Like, they are not worth even the $5 that you spend. I mean, if you like them, sure, they're worth it to you. But as a consumer with a limited budget for things that you enjoy, you should get something like a $90, ooh, I messed up the camera. A $90 SH Figure Arts figure, yes, it's expensive, but you know exactly what you're getting from it. You are getting a value, you're getting articulation, you're getting accessories, you're getting proportion, you're getting scale, you're getting all that accuracy that you should want. Not that you should want, that I want as a collector. And Funko Pops just aren't it, dog. They're just not it.
Like, at this point, there's nothing the company is doing to innovate its figures. So, of course, there's not going to be as many people searching for them.
And you can argue that the chases and stuff are worth more, but they're only worth more if someone's willing to pay it. I see these listings of Funko Pops on eBay all the time, and they just sit there. They get dropped in price because no one wants to pay $100, $80 for a 4-inch figure with an oversized head and ugly proportions. It's just not what most people, other than Funko Pop collectors, want to spend their money on. And I'm not hating on Funko Pop collectors. Like I said, if you enjoy collecting it, go for it. You see value in it, that's fine. This is just my perspective as a collector of action figures and someone who's dabbled in both. Like, I really debate getting rid of my McFarlane Multiverse line most of the time just because they're 7-inch scale and it's not what I collect, and they're also crappy. I've made a video on that. You can check it out if you want. I don't like McFarlane figures, but I have them because it's all we have. And if all we have is Funko for some of this stuff, I'd rather just skip it. Like, I'm glad I have the Saga representation, I guess, but I have the comic books, which are way better. So one thing that I really see a lot of, and that is really sad, is a lot of people will take their Funko collection, or, you know, they'll buy and trade up and trade in bulk, and then they'll open a store in a mall or somewhere in a strip mall that just sells Funko Pops. And these people are going to lose their job, they're going to lose their house, they're going to lose a lot of money, because it's not easy to start a business. You have to invest a lot, you have to put leverage and all that stuff. And Funko Pops are very niche. It's not, I even see it, you know, going to toy trade-in stores. They don't want to take Funko Pops to trade in anymore because they don't sell, they just sit there. And a big point of that is, I think it was last year or the year before, about 1 million Funko Pops were just sent to the dump and destroyed because they were just sitting there. And it's a cheaper write-off for a company to destroy a product than it is to wait for it to sell or ship it off to a wholesale retailer, let someone like Ollie's or whatever. It's just cheaper for them to destroy it, which means that they're losing money. Not as much as you're losing investing in them, because there's going to be, this happened before in the 90s. We all remember the Tie Beanie Babies. They were big. Oh man, you're going to get rich overnight. This is going to be the next big thing. And people still say that about Funko Pops. And it's really frustrating, because I don't want to see people, especially now when money is so tight for so many people, don't want to see people lose their money, or, you know, just throw their money away on something that is, especially if you're doing it for return value. There is more value in an unboxed action figure with all the accessories that's not broken. There is a Funko Pop brand new in the box. That's just the fact of the matter.
Crazy that the company's distribution center was so damn full that Funko had to rent shipping containers to store the excess bobbleheads. Now that's when you know you're overproducing beyond the demand for the product.
Funko Pops are not a financially sound investment. The CEO put all of his money on these things. They have other figures. They had those Five Nights at Freddy's figures. They had some Rick and Morty figures. Those are cool. They should make more actual figures. Like, I have a few of the Rick and Mortys. They're not the best quality, but it's an accurate representation of the scale, size, proportions of that character. Same with the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. They are fully leaning into the Funko Pop simply because it was fad. There's a No Way Home 3, how many is it? 5, 6, 7, 8? 8-pack at Walmart. It's Funko Pop, bobbleheads from No Way Home. It's all the villains and all 3 Spider-Man. It is like, I've seen from $100 to $150 for Funko Pops. If you're willing to spend that, that's fine. Just do not expect to hold on to it and make your money back at some point, because it's just not gonna happen. There's a few far in between that are super rare or whatever and chases, but that being said, they're still mass produced. It's just about people wanting to sell them or not. Some people have them sitting and they're just sitting there, and you can put a price tag on it, but if it just sits there, is it really worth that much money? Probably not. And I'm not trying to like say, oh, collecting is about money, but a lot of people seem to think that Funko Pops are a get-rich-quick scheme. And I'm here to tell you right now, any form of collecting something made out of plastic that is mass-produced is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It will not make you millions of dollars, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars overnight. It will not do that. Sure, there's a little bit of return if you sell bits and pieces here and there, but if you are opening a storefront with just Funko Pops, you are asking for trouble. And I see it on Instagram, I see it on Reddit. People are like, this is my dream, to open a Funko Pop store. And I'm like, well, it's gonna turn into a nightmare. I'm sorry, don't want to be that negative, but these are just not where your money should be going if you're looking for an investment. Buy some rare figures, keep them in box and put them away in storage and keep them safe if that's what you want in an investment. For me, I don't ever want to sell my figures, but I know that if I'm ever in a pinch, there are things that I can sell that will make me money. Not as much as you might need in a moment, but if you take the time and you're willing to go bits and pieces here and there, then you can make your money back, or even more depending on what you're selling. Funko Pops, not really.
If it wasn't for my previous subscription to Loot Crate, y'all remember Loot Crate back in the day, I honestly wouldn't own a single one of these things.
So I went down my little script that I had written. I think I hit all the points that I'm saying. I'm not telling you not to buy Funko Pops. I'm not telling you what to do as a collector. I'm not telling you not to like them. I'm just giving my personal opinion, what I've seen over the last couple of years, my experience with Funko Pops, buying some and trying to get rid of them. It's like, oh God, nobody wants these. And I don't blame them, because they're kind of freaking ugly, in my opinion. Like I said, you can comment down below your opinion. It doesn't matter. You can unsubscribe. It's fine. I'll get more subscribers. Not trying to be mean. But Funko Pops, for me, are just not fun. And that's part of the name. It's the main reason I'm in collecting is for the fun factor, for the enjoyment, for having a figure of a character that I love, can hold in the palm of my hand and play with and fiddle around and take pictures of and make cool scenes and all that stuff. You just can't do that with Funko Pops. They're very good budget collecting, but I only had them to hold me over from buying the real stuff. And I was like, this will work. And it didn't work, obviously, because look around, y'all. Look at all this stuff. Like, Funko did not, it didn't hit the spot for me. And if it hits the spot for you, all the more power to you. I love that. Keep going. Do you. Don't let me stop you. Y'all wanted my opinion. Here's my opinion on Funko Pops. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. If you didn't like it, hit the like button anyway. It still helps me. Subscribe if you're not subscribed and you enjoyed this. I don't always make videos like this. I think I've only ever really gone in on McFarlane and Hasbro, which is well deserved, and now Funko, which I feel like they deserve as well, because it's just try harder. You know, they don't all have to look the same. You can make them look different. You can try something new. I don't know. I don't run a company. I just talk about toys. So yeah, comment, like, subscribe, check out my Patreon. New stuff goes up on there. Weeks, days early. It's only $1 to subscribe. You get the content early. It's up to you. You don't have to. You'll still see it on YouTube. But with all that being said, I love you. I will see you next time, and bye-bye. Mwah.